literary criticism or of art criticism consists of a description of all the kinds of things that have been written about books or works of art at various periods. Accounts of how and why different standards of evaluation, different modes of description, and choices of emphasis, different choices of books or works of art to write about, and different methods of interpretation have succeeded one another.
My name is Professor Elechi Amadi, Professor of Comparative Literature, University of Port Harcourt. I was very happy to be invited by this body to come and give you a lecture. It is very good for young people to be highly interested in literature, because literature encompasses life in all its totality, and it makes an individual work hard to understand what life is all about. It gives a lot of discipline to individuals so that any person familiar with it may understand the importance of order in personal life, the importance of order in interpersonal relationships, the importance of order in the running of social institutions. So that is very good. And I see these young people, whenever I come here, I see how interested they are, and I wish them good luck, knowing that our future in the country will be much safe in their hands.
My name is Amadi. I'm the lead discussant for today's program. I think it's been a great one. Professor Madoka took us through criticism from all perspectives that we needed for this program to be very, very rich and meaningful to those who attended. And I think we need more of this, because you can see students, they were all wild. A lot of ideas came up. I think they've not heard before. Some misconceptions were blown away, and people are beginning to be grounded to understand what criticism really is, and not just the foundation, but also to do that it's not really a new thing within the African setting. So I think today has been a great day, and God willing, there's going to be a bigger event again with regards to Elechi Amadi coming up later in the year. And I think that will be quite something everyone look up forward to.
Not just reading it casually and reading, no. You have to read it, you have to study it in order to make a better sense of the literary work. Another thing is that criticisms help you to see another perspective of the literary work. Perhaps you have your own perspective. You heard our prof saying that there are so many literary critics with different school of thoughts. Yours might be Marxism, mine might be eco-criticism, and so forth and so on. So criticizing a literary work helps you to see other perspectives of that work.
My name is Professor Elechi Amadi, that's a widow of the late Elechi Amadi. Yes, and it's a very good day for me, you know, a day when it is affirmed again that my husband is still alive through his works. You know, a writer never dies. A great writer never dies. And today's topic is about criticism. So if your work is not criticized, then it means that it's not really impacting on the society you're writing for. So the Nigeria Literary Society has done a great job by highlighting Elechi Amadi's works, and I'm very happy. The Elechi Amadi family is very happy, and I think we've had some very meaningful, fruitful academic deliberations.
My very good friend, the curator of Nigeria Literary Society, David, invited me to this very maiden edition of Elechi Amadi's annual lecture series. And I have learned a lot, attending this event today, especially listening to great scholars like Professor Madoka, Professor Emeritus Professor E.J. Alagwa, and many other great scholars. I've been highly imparted, and I'm looking forward to subsequent lectures on honor of the great Elechi Amadi. I first read his book, The Concubine, when I was in JS3 in 1989, and that book I was saddened after reading that book, because it made me to be so sober, looking at what Ihoma, the female character in that book, suffered, and all the other tragedies that befell the 3 men that married her, made me so sober. I must admit that Dr. Elechi Amadi was such a great scholar, and I'm happy that I attended this event today.
My name is David Chukwueke. I'm the curator for Nigerian Literary Society, and we just had the first Elechi Amadi International Literary and Cultural Lecture Series. And the theme is the impact of criticism on a literary work. Now, the essence of this theme is for us to know the importance or what criticism does to our literary work. It would be careless to just write amiss without knowing what we are writing. What we have done today is to see the essence or the importance, the core of criticism on a literary work. Professor Madoka, an emeritus professor of comparative literature, was able to tell us the importance, how good we should accept critics to our works, because without critics, our works cannot be fine-tuned. When we write and we give critics, to look into our work, it gives beauty to our literary work. Therefore, the essence of the gathering of today is to see how sound and how good our literary work could be with criticism. Criticism is important. Criticism is very important to any literary work we are doing. If there's no criticism in your work may seem empty. I want to use this medium to thank No Limits TV for their very reliable partnership with the Nigerian Literary Society, Reading Association of Nigeria, and English Language Teachers Association of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter. Thank you very much. More wins to all that you do, and we hope to do more businesses with you. Thank you so much.